Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Permiano.
And I'm Dan DeBriel, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
All right, we are back.
We're here. Another week.
I guess I have to address something before we introduce our guest.
Okay.
I've been outed by the YouTube comment section.
Okay.
So I am officially white supremacist Dave Permiano.
I wish I had a banner ready. I should have had a banner ready for that. And just change
You
that.
got like a little ditty or
Did it.
something.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Hold on, yeah.
No, because I remember thinking like, all right, I have some offensive jokes, but there's a Sixers game on, so I don't really feel like dealing with that while I'm trying. So I thought I posted an inoffensive. It was the Michelle Obama joining Bruce Springsteen up on stage, and I was like, oh yeah, as right wingers will tell you, an Obama singing "Born in the USA" isn't legally binding.
It's funny.
Which I thought was extremely tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
But some people like to take things pretty literally.
They get very sensitive.
This is the second time this has happened. So how does white supremacy rules work? Is it baseball rules where 1, 2, 3 strikes you're a white supremacist, or is it Boy Who Cried Nazi, where like after the third time you're just like, all right, let's just ignore them.
I think it's, if we're going by Twitter rules, it's your very first mistake.
Okay, yeah.
The very first time you step out of line. Otherwise, I think, you get a little extra, credit.
I get the Jew. I get the Jew's dozen or whatever.
The
possible
jeweler's
name.
dozen?
Yeah. All right. Well, we have a guest.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're just chattering on about your white supremacy.
I figured, I want to let the people know.
Give the people what they want.
Because if this is in their history, now they're white supremacists too.
Sure, right,
Yeah,
right. It's a mind virus, and we're spreading it.
Epolight Lavalle's here.
Yes, an amazingly funny comic.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like Darth Vader with this thing so close to my face. This is nice.
I mean, that's the greatest villain in cinematic history.
That's true.
I mean, when they don't
Maybe
water
the most
him down with terrible actors in the prequels or whatever.
It's been so watered down lately.
Yeah. No, I in all the clips, I'm always bad with my positioning for this. So I always I'm like, this is a better audio podcast because you won't get my profile. You'll get like me as Bane, like just this over my mouth for all the jokes. So don't worry. I'm used to that as well.
The second greatest villain in the Batman Nolan cinematic universe.
You would say Bane is number 2.
Really?
If Scarecrow got more time, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, Ra's al Ghul. Okay. Let's call him 3.
Okay.
All right,
This is
demoted
more of a
yourself.
rank bank conversation, but I'm interested in this one. So yeah, speaking of great villains, Epolight. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. You shall fall before me.
Wow, this is a good character. Have you done this on stage yet? I like it.
No, I did do one. I was like, wouldn't it be nice if like you can just tell someone's an asshole? We can curse on this, right?
Oh yes, we can.
Okay,
Fuck
good.
no.
No. Well, too late. No, wouldn't it be nice if like you can just tell someone's an asshole if they came up to you like, hi, how are you doing?
I am well. Can you donate $20 to our good cause?
Yeah, like if doing bad things affected like your voice, like you could
Yeah.
actually hear it. Yeah,
It would,
that would be cool.
Well, I'm like the super cheerful people. I'm automatically.
Yes.
That's a secret asshole. That ooh, that person's got a dark underbelly, and
Yeah.
everyone else is falling for it. Like I got some third eye energy or some shit.
Sure.
Well, me? No.
Oh, hi, so good. Like,
Yeah, if being
nobody
good-
thinks it's good to see me. What the fuck are you up to?
Yeah, that energy in this world. It's like, what are you doing every day that you can maintain this positivity?
Sales.
Antidepressants.
Yeah, if they're,
Yeah,
I'm
drugs.
guessing they're wearing long sleeves in the summertime.
I'm glad because like if that's what happened, if you were good, if your voice turned into that, I would just be bad just for the cool voice. Like I would have a Tom Waits career and I would kick puppies.
Actually, it happened from eating too much puss. It's the cancer.
That happened to Michael Douglas too. Yeah.
That Michael Douglas disease.
Are you gonna fucking have anything left for the end of this podcast? That's got to be a strain.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make it work. I'll make it work.
So, Epolight, you give your all, and I like that.
I do,
That's
you
true.
know.
Yeah.
Someone needs to pick up for the two of us.
Yeah, Dave and I are giving about 35% on any given day, so it equals like 70 when you add it up. Then Neil, you got to cover the other.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, there you
My
go.
voice is already low.
Oh God, now we have two macho men on this podcast.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I can do it too! Oh yeah! I'm sorry.
Is that the right before the crash?
Yeah.
No.
Can you do a macho man? Let's hear your macho man.
No, I don't do voices.
Oh no, he does. Macho, macho.
I like
man.
I like to be the dignified presence on this podcast.
Is that what you call your personality? That's interesting. Dignified.
Dave the dignified.
Yeah.
You had all the gravitas of white supremacy to this.
Yeah, really.
Rocking my Pabst Blue Ribbon threads because I used to only dress myself with things I won at Quizzo.
Yeah.
I just assumed half of your hoodies, your Sixers hoodies, were like T-shirt cannon things.
Do I look like a guy that would win a T-shirt cannon struggle? Well, if I was like sitting in a section of kids and they were purposely aiming the T-shirt cannon at the kids,
You could just pull
nothing
it.
makes me laugh more than those videos of a fucking dude just coming in at the last second and snagging a fucking home run from a kid.
I'm always so conflicted about that. It is my least favorite thing to witness, but then as like an agent of chaos, I also love it. I saw it live. I was at a Phillies game a couple weeks ago, and it's just a foul ball, but a guy caught it and he was doing a dance, and there were like 3 kids waiting there, and he just looked at them and nodded and put it in his pocket. I was like, you don't get.
If they're not his fucking kid, like, I'm sorry, but other people having kids shouldn't be your inconvenience. That's why I won't get up and let a family sit together on an airplane.
That's different. That's different. But handing a ball, you don't need the ball. It's not like if it's like 1,000
What if you have
home
kids at
run
home?
ball or something.
That's a good point.
If you have kids at home and you're at a baseball game, why aren't they
Plus,
at the
you're
baseball game?
closer to
You
death
might-
than they are. They're going to have plenty more opportunities to get that ball.
Okay.
You might not like your kids, you know?
That's
It's-
true. Yeah, if you don't like your kids, then don't give them the ball at all. Or throw it at them. Maybe.
You don't give them the ball because you were once the kid who had the parent nab it from them in the 80s.
Right.
And you're like, that's not happening again. Fuck you. I'm keeping this.
It's hurt people hurt people. That's
Yes,
what it is.
having a
Neil, you're
baseball
right.
lying around gives you a good excuse if people ask about your kid's black eye.
He's bad at catch.
Yeah.
Why do you think I hit him?
Phillies game.
Also, you don't have that cool story of how you fucking dunked on that kid that time.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a row of 8th graders. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I laid out over broke 3 limbs.
My girlfriend went to a Phillies game with her friends, and apparently that happened too. A guy like lunged over one of her friends and almost like fell on top of her, catching like a foul ball. And like, I'm pretty sad I wasn't at that one to see it.
They're dating now.
Yeah. It was a very intimate moment.
I heard it was Yokozuna, right?
Stop with all the wrestling references. I can't keep up.
Are you not a wrestling fan at all?
No.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Sorry. Is that
No. It's just unusual for
You
a
look like
comedian. I think comedians are often. Odds are any random comedian's going to be a
my
wrestling fan.
man-childness goes more to the video game.
Video game
strata,
sports.
yeah.
Yeah. Same.
You mean you don't like seeing big buff guys in small leotards? Like that's
Man ballet. I do call it man ballet.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of just like violent dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're into the video game. You're big in the VR game.
Yes.
You do VR comedy. You're the first person I know that like told me about that.
yeah. You know, actually, my mentor was on that. What was it? Kill
Tony?
Tony. Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was Big Al Gonzalez was on Kill Tony, and he was talking about it, and that's how I got into comedy because like, you know, you have nothing to do during quarantine, and they you know Fail to Render became like they liked me.
Fail to Render is the program or the room that you're doing this comedy in, right?
That's like the comedic club, you know, the people that run it. And so it's great to me because, again, I did an open mic in VR last night because I work late and can't get to mics for that. And it's like I can work out new material without any of y'all judging me or getting canceled. You know, it's,
But comedian judgment's good, right? Or
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it depends. Yeah.
so wait, are you rocking like a whole thing over your head?
yeah, I got that. You know, you can move your head, your hands, and all that stuff. Like it's like I can move around in it. It just sucks when I'm trying to do like talking about when my friend found out her husband was cheating on her because of like blowjobs, you know what I mean? And like you can't act out like
Hold on.
"Ooh,
Because
big
of
eyes."
blowjobs is such a
Like-
vague statement. Wait, he was cheating by getting blowjobs, or he was cheating because of lack of blowjobs at
Well,
home?
I
Could be
sh-
giving. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Well, no, I like she told me that her man did not like receiving head.
Right.
That's
Okay.
I
That
remember
ridiculous.
this
she
joke,
didn't
yeah.
like, you know, he didn't like getting blowjobs. And my immediate thought was, does he have a brother? Because that's marriage material. Like, but no, like, and so I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna fix their marriage. So I showed her different techniques on a dildo and everything, and then she gets back to her place, calls me at 2:15 in the morning, going, oh my god, he thinks I'm cheating on him. He was like, who taught you how to suck good dick? You know?
Then he went-
Who you with, bitch? You know, and I was like, and it turns out, and I was like, they were only together since high school together.
Right.
And,
Oh, okay.
And then I started thinking, I was like, well, who's the one who taught him that you've been fucking up this whole time?
Oh, sure.
Oh, right.
Well,
I
he
mean,
was-
And then
No,
she
you could
found
just-
out
He was dating.
cheating.
He was dating a motel, but then he came home one day and it was a Hilton, and he was like, "What's going on right now?"
Yeah, and so needless to say, you know, it
So
was like,
you're breaking apart marriages, but not the old-fashioned way, the new-fashioned way.
I just want to give him a happy
Constructive
ending.
advice.
Well, yeah.
You know?
And he's the only guy who, after getting an upgrade to a room, like has then complained to the management that the upgrade was too
Right,
good,
right.
which is strange.
Although I do agree with you, Dave. I feel like you can tell a bad blowjob without having gotten
Yeah.
a good blowjob. Like you know what way the wind's blowing. You don't need to be a weatherman. You know, like a bad blowjob is bad universally.
I can't have someone slap me in the face and then rub my face and then be like, "Hey, how did your slaps? Fucking slap? I don't know what I'm saying.
What are
you're
blowjobs like for you, Dave? Why are slaps
There's
happening?
there's
About 50 bucks.
there's painful ones.
This is like some deep Bang Bus content you're revealing here.
I was just saying, yeah, it's.
Let's bring back the naughty voice. Yeah, come on, tell us like we're doing Morning Zoo.
yeah.
Come
So
on,
I'm not
describe that
thinking of
blow.
analogies on the fly.
Every time Dave talks about sex, he gets all clammy.
I know. I like it.
It's like one time I hold the hand like this on back of head, yes, and oops,
No, I've
and
never
yes.
been that assertive. Yeah.
That's always
Like I would like my thought process is don't ruin this.
yeah.
So,
That's a dicey maneuver right there. Like they might like it, but that might be the end of the blowjob if the hand goes on the head.
like offer a word of encouragement now.
Yeah.
Like
Head pat.
Man, I'm really glad I read my mom some of the jokes I had planned for the end of this episode. I
gonna be
don't think
fun.
she's watching this one. Woo!
I think number 6 dropped off. Damn. That was great.
Yeah, it
Thanks,
is.
guys.
Yeah, your comedy is really funny because you do a very good job of being like racy and like you definitely are happy to cross into like just dirty, funny sex stuff. But then you can also like pivot into like vulnerability about your life. And I think like you started during the quarantine, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah, for a young comic, you're really good at that, I think, of like doing that back and forth where it's like some comics get up and it's all sex shit. Some comics get up and it's all like, this is my life, this is my struggle. But I think like, good comics can marry that stuff, and you definitely do a good job of that.
Yeah, I leaned a little bit on a crutch in the beginning with some of that stuff, but then like over the last like year or so trying to like, let me try and write clean. And then every time he'd be like, damn it, that's a good dick joke in the making. Like it's
Right. As much as you try to write clean, the dick jokes keep creeping in, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, have it there, but I'm saying no, yeah. So like, if you want to do a clean show, but if there's no rules on a show, add that dick.
Yeah. Add that dick. That's maybe the episode title.
some take it away.
We
I don't
want
know.
people to watch, yeah.
Yeah. We want people to watch. Add that dick. Also the title of your autobiography, Dave.
Well, I don't, yeah.
There we go. No response. It's the clamminess. It's the clamminess.
Remember joking that
right
had to
there.
take a drink, and then Dave's like, "Well,
Okay. Well,
First, I'm always clammy.
I'm terribly sorry. Dick jokes, sex jokes, I cannot. I'm the great Dave Premiano.
Oh, that's awesome. That's like that's another
that-
voice.
is that-
I didn't know you were a voice comedian. Like I didn't realize you did so many.
I didn't know I sounded like Snagglepuss.
I see. I heard the rich guy, the millionaire
the
from
millionaire. Okay.
it's
from
my
from
fucking-
Gilligan's Island. Is that's what I
It's a
heard?
nose thing. I don't. Mine, you don't have a fucking nose this big without it getting in the way of your speech.
So much of it has to come through your
It's a
nose.
crux.
I always
Is that
heard
what
I
you're
didn't
saying?
have an accent, but that's fucking Hamptons right there, right?
Yeah, it's rich. You're old money. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is the Uptons. We have money where I come from. Oh, darling, you're from Los Angeles. Oh, really?
Goodness.
That's yeah. I wish I could do. I mean, I can do voices like when I'm by myself, but that's honestly one of the few things that I'm still like, I guess, not comfortable getting up on stage and just doing like silly voices. I really wish I was, but unless I have like an act out written for the voice I want to do,
I mean, you could do like hillbilly, but that's just like you squared.
trust me, I know. I'm just waiting to the point of career desperation where I find my catchphrase and just start my blue collar tour. Oh yeah, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate me.
Add
I'm
a
gonna
dick
be
to
everywhere.
it. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Like that'll do her, and like that's it.
Here's the goddamn thing. I'm sick and tired of the damn liberals coming around here in this Philadelphia, all right?
That's right. They're coming around here. They'll steal your dog right out your yard.
Cut to you backstage without the fucking accent on. Like, what am I doing? I mean, there's so much money. I get it, but
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Fuck me.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's just basically when I finally give up on the dream of having any like credibility or success as myself in comedy, then it's like, hey,
so
y'all,
close.
how do y'all? I know, right? I mean, this podcast was one of the steps
is- yeah.
towards that. Yeah. Yeah.
Some would say the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
It could be.
I
Let's go
I'm,
fishing, y'all.
I'm
Maybe
not
just-
fucking. Yeah, I'm not dragging myself down alone.
yeah,
I'm
this will
taking
be-
a whole studio with
the
me.
rest of this episode will be trying out my blue collar catchphrases.
Oh, I'm excited for
Yeah.
this.
Here's the thing. It ain't my goddamn sister. I checked, all right? It's my first cousin. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
That's great.
we're just drinking it in.
We're just voices make Dave uncomfortable. That's what it is.
Oh, my God, Dave, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
Wait, who is that's fucking that Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
Okay,
I got my eyes on you, Wachowski.
Oh yeah.
okay, see?
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
I'm good at picking them up. I just don't do them.
Can you do any voice?
I mean, you guys have heard me bust into Seinfeld every now and then.
Yeah, that's true. I have.
But that's
heard that.
just that's just my. All right, I'm not that comfortable with the material, so let's Seinfeld voice it up.
What's the deal?
Yeah.
That's funny. What are you, Neil? Can you do voices? You seem like you have more range on your voice than.
Yeah, no, voices are. I'm in a little bit of Yerbo, but I'm using the voices more and more.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's kind of like, I used to do voices all the time, and then
Oh, you did? You used to be like a silly
yeah.
voice comic?
Oh, Dave might remember. I used to do.
I never paid
No, he
attention.
never paid attention. That's right. I forgot.
Because I guess when we met, you were just doing like straightforward
Like
stand-up.
Philly kind of beat it out of me.
Yeah,
I used,
they
but if
hate
you talk
that
to
shit.
Noah, if you talk to like people from Jersey, it was fun. Yeah, I used to get up to
Comics,
ridiculous characters.
that I think is like when comics go through open mics, it beats that out of them a lot of times because
Yeah.
comics hate voices. We hate watching act outs, and audiences love that shit. So I feel
Yeah.
like when you have to come up the usual way, years and years of open mics, all that silliness and playfulness like gets
Yeah.
strained out of you in a way.
Yeah, you're just one De Niro walking impersonator away from like, oof, is that what I look like?
Yeah. Sometimes it's good because it like beats it out of you. Like no one wants to hear Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like that's a good thing. Like
Right.
nobody needs another Arnold Schwarzenegger. But then maybe you do have a fun voice like a Thurston Howell or something. You don't end up doing it. Fuck you, open mic comedy anyway.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, because I've been trying to add more act outs to the sets, to the bits.
you
And
have.
it's
I
like-
noticed that you came from a very like writing centric thing. You're like me. Like you write everything down right
Everything.
before you perform it. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, a lot of times too, like going back to the VR thing, like I just do comedy riffs. I'll write down an idea, and then I will not even write it down. I'll just riff it out in VR, and then go, you know what? This worked really well. Let me write this all out, and then
Are these shits just available 24/7?
No,
Okay.
Fail to Render has 2 open mics, one Monday night and one Friday night. They also have a paid gig show on Wednesday. So they pay the comics on Wednesday and have a paid gig show on then. And
That's cool.
And like the
They
people,
actually asked me tonight to be on it.
well,
Oh,
fuck
wow.
them.
Yeah, fuck them. You
This
said
is
we
the
got to
fucking-
do a
yeah.
we
this
got to
is
do
the
a
path
podcast.
to the top. Like, so if there's people in the audience, can you see them?
Oh yeah,
Are they like people, or are they like Nintendo Mii figures
They're
or
like
whatever?
me's, right?
they're well. Some like on Horizons, which is ass. You know, it's like they're
Which is
it looks-
ass.
Yeah,
bad.
it's a
Oh.
shitty. It's shit.
I thought that was
It's-
like an operating system.
No. Like it's
It's the anus operating system. Yeah.
they look like those little knees. But then the Friday night they have the VR chat one, and they literally could be an ass. Like it, you know, I saw ruin my set. Ronald McDonald came in.
See, this is an issue.
The Ronald
During-
McDonald?
He looked like he was on speed. But
I thought he was in jail for pedophilia.
He came. All he was wearing was bikini briefs. You know what I mean, like a thong, and his pubes were French fries.
Oh.
Curly or straight?
They were
It's
straight.
McDonald's. It's not
And-
Arby's.
and
Lost
I'm just-
opportunity.
And
But
like,
I mean, if you want accurate fry pubes,
Right, body accurate, but not menu accurate. It's a choice. It's a creative choice.
and so dealing with that in some ways with the different avatars really helped me go and think about stuff that happens in real life. Like, wow, like I just saw the McFries on Ronald McDonald.
Right. What real life heckler could be weirder than that?
Well, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
wait, did the carpet, or were they like? Did the carpet
Match the
drip?
curtain.
Yeah.
Or were they?
Dave's like, I'm hungry for fries now.
Well, he had fried ketchup.
I want
hair.
curly.
Yeah.
I like curly fries better though.
Well, McDonald's doesn't sell curly fries.
No,
Yeah.
that's what you're saying. Like,
You're
body-
off-brand, you idiot.
Doesn't matter. We're talking about pubes.
Dave's argument is it more matches the
You
body
don't-
part.
Oh, we know, but you're off-brand.
And
I
are they
agree.
good?
Mitch, you gotta be menu
But do they have
appropriate.
red fries, or are they normal?
And in this
golden
imaginary
brown?
world of VR, you can't have the fucking off-brand fries. Why am I
yeah,
so?
no, you're right. I should be
You
the
didn't
one
like
that's
the
upset
bit.
about
You
fries.
didn't like the bit. I get it. I just love the idea that I'm so McDonald's loyal. No, but yeah, you're
But
right.
Were they
He could
red
be.
French fries, or were they golden brown?
They were golden. They were perfectly cooked McDowell's, not
so which one do you
McDonald's.
He
think
dyes
died?
his hair. He dyes his
Okay,
hair.
so you don't think he died the pubes?
Yeah.
No, he's a natural redhead.
Fries are meant to be golden brown. Hair is not meant to be
It's a
neon
VR
red.
character, guys. It could be anything.
That's true. That's true. Do you so with these open mics, is there like a sign up list? Does it fill up? Like what?
Lately, no. Like they just go in. There's like a lineup queue for the
Okay.
VR chat, and then the other one there is kind of a queue. You hit the button, like, hey, you get to put on the list and go. So it's
Do you find that the comics stick around and like listen and give feedback or anything like that? Or
it's mostly audience.
oh, cool.
Not comics. That's why I like to do it, because the open mics are depressing. You wait
Yes.
around for 3-4 hours, and then everyone's in their phone looking at their set list, their order, and like you don't really get a chance to do live, people so much.
Right.
And this is like at least people, you can hear them laughing, but and like you can also hear when you fuck up too, and you're like, ooh.
There has to be volume discrepancies though, so their laughter, like that, would be just right.
Oh, right. Mike.
The laughter has
mic
to be
differences.
toned down to the comics mic.
Well, the comic, it's like a normal mic on the stage. It projects throughout everything. but-
Right, I've seen this. So there,
Yeah.
it does have like your avatar that's on the stage is actually on the stage, and everyone else is in the like physical or the non-physical
Yeah.
room of the club.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Is this the same VR that had fucking groping concerns or whatever? Did
Well,
you hear,
it's an-
like Meta.
it's an
Meta,
open
had,
mic,
to, Meta had
so-
to create like a bubble around their avatar people because they said there was a groping issue, which made me think people have run out of things to complain about.
Yeah, you think?
And I guess run out of things to grope.
Well, I assume they're groping themselves at the same time as groping these avatars.
Yeah, I guess
You only
groping.
need one hand for both. And God saw us fit to have two. That was the immaculate design. One to grope others, one to grope you.
yourself.
Yeah. What if that was, you went to heaven and that was his plan all along?
Oh, yeah.
Your pitch to
Boy.
get people to go to church is weird, Dave.
Yeah. No, that's what pockets are for. Hands are for groping.
The St. Peter interview is like very strange. He's just like, so you groping hand, get a lot of work or what? Like, wait, sorry, your right hand, get a lot of groping or what?
Just myself groping hand,
What's up with this
unfortunately.
guy?
I'm a little weak on my groping other people hand.
Ooh, hey, this guy, he don't use his other hand. What's up with this?
Have you noticed that asses are shaped like this and hands are shaped? It's ergonomic. It's a Lego piece. It fits.
Your Honor. Oh, man.
That's I'm not writing an autobiography. I'm writing my own Bible. The Groper's Bible.
Why aim just at the story of your life when you can just hit the story of reality itself?
the Groper's Bible, how to get a handful. Oh God, Jesus Christ.
That's like a reprint. You got
It would have to be. You're right, Cole.
Come on.
Get a hand.
I want this. This is an original work.
Is this paperback? What is
This
this?
is-
Yes.
That will be the interpreted 1,000 years down
Yeah.
when a sect of Dave's Christianity breaks off and
And
goes
are
to war
warring
with the
with-
original Dave's Christians.
Oh, you would love a crusade.
We got away.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
I would love it. I would fucking love it.
We got away when one sect said that you can only grope so much. This clearly our sect is how to get a handful.
Yeah.
We're all about groping as much as possible.
That's right.
Wait. In Dave's defense, he seems a little bit classier. That he was like anything more than a handful. It's too
True.
much.
He
I wouldn't
stops
do it with
there.
an impression.
He just
Charmed.
Dave would never do a voice when he was groping anyone. You're much
That's
more
what the new.
respectful.
That's what the new Dave's Christians will be. Yeah, I want to do a voice when I'm groping.
Nailing it to like the wall of the church. Yeah.
Now, everyone gather around. We've said that you cannot do voices when groping.
Only
All right,
before.
that is what our leader has said.
Yes. Groping is a sacred communication between yourself and one
They
other
believe
person.
you could follow it up with, did I do that?
Now, everyone form a line. Everyone's going to tell me about your weekly gropings. We do not share it with anyone. In this little
replaced
booth
the
over
crackers.
here.
There's the body of Christ.
That's right. These internet people have you figured all wrong. You're not a white supremacist. You're like a sex pest.
You haven't groped anyone. Are you the priest?
No, the
That's
priest is
your-
the priest is groped someone.
That's your communion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
priest is-
if the whole religion is based around groping, the
priest
priest
is
would probably be the
holding a
one
boy.
that's
Oh,
not
you're right. He'd be the freak.
one.
He'd be the pervert that
No,
isn't
he
groping
has to take-
anybody.
He has to
Yeah.
take the abstinence from groping.
Oh my God! Did you hear Father fucking Doyle groped another kid? You're like, oh my God, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible! This is a topsy turvy world we're in.
That'd be the priest they actually punish.
Yeah,
Ours.
we've driven this bit into the ground.
Yeah. 100%.
You can feel it in the room.
This
And we're all
is-
like,
woo.
what's next, guys? Huh?
Woo!
Whoa, good bit.
Yeah. Normally, I try to sneak pre-planned stuff in and make it sound
lot.
like it just fluidly. That was
That was too good of a
all
thing.
on the
That was
spot.
great.
Yeah.
That was all right. We're riffing here, people.
It's a
You
live
actually-
pod, so
You pre-planned
Yeah.
stuff? Oh, man.
Everything funny I've said before. This has been carefully mapped out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just winging it, and it shows.
in the shit.
We had a plan.
No, definitely not. That would bore us. If Dave and I went into anything with a plan, we would just be like, we're not doing it.
I usually will think it'll cover like 10 minutes, and then I can like sputter it out in 20 seconds. And it's just the biggest flaccid fucking dick of a premise. It's just, well, that's done. Should we just start the jokes now?
Like, Dave, we're only 20 minutes in. Like, what?
Oh, we peaked too early.
That's in
peaked
more
too
ways.
early,
In more ways
everybody.
than one. You
Yeah,
should have
right.
seen me at 19.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems to be a lot of my dating life. You know? Beta mouse.
God.
It's,
Yeah. Are you single? Are you dating right now?
I am single. I don't really have time to date anymore. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're
you
done.
know, it's
Comic?
and then when you like, oh, I do comedy. Then it's like, oh, you want to go? And then on stage, I've been down everything but a priest at that point. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah, I definitely think this is true of a lot of comics, but I could totally see someone like chatting with you and then going and seeing your comedy and being like, what? Because you're so like nice and like I said, silly, in person, but then when you get on stage, you're like, so I was fucking, and it's just like, well, oh my God,
so there I was, oh my God, I was outside the naval yard. And like,
I haven't seen you do it as an old Jewish woman yet, but.
Oh no, that's actually fun. Oh my God! There was a woman I lived in Fort Lauderdale, and she had the craziest freaking stories. Like that's where I got this from. I was like, oh my God, I missed the '70s. The drugs were amazing. You ever play what was it, Orgy Parcheesi? I'm like, wait, what?
Were you taking care of a grandparent?
No.
Why the fuck would you live in Fort Lauderdale?
Because my parents bought a house and they had an open room. I moved down there, and I felt like a lost lamb in the middle of a sex dungeon. Like
usually the parents moving to Fort Lauderdale means visit us once a year.
Yeah.
Come with us.
That's Boca Raton.
Boca's definitely where
my grandparents moved from one to the other. So
yeah, but she would tell me these stories to where like the Parcheesi pieces were like acid cubes. And you would go around, and oh my God, every time you scored a piece, you dipped your hand in the bucket and pulled out what you were going to do for the orgy. And I'm like, what?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a tough assignment.
Yeah, that was actually why Dave's grandparents had to move from Fort Lauderdale to Boca Raton.
Yeah.
They drew too many of
all
those
the
things out the bucket.
That orgy got weird, huh?
Yeah.
No, my grandma was more of a mahjong player. I don't know how that translates to orgy. Yeah,
It's bukkake.
Yeah, pulled two. Yeah, would you match them or you pull like whatever's off the top? I pulled 2 bukkake piles.
So I guess you put it in the bucket, right?
Yeah. I don't know, and this may be offensive.
Wait, bukkake goes right to the face. Not everyone in a bucket first.
Well, I mean, don't.
I don't know
look,
what I don't know
really
what they
watch
call
the
it when it's
porn,
in the
but
bucket, but
don't they like?
Well, there's the games. There's ookie cookie. Or
oh yeah, wow! I haven't thought of that
That's
in a
an old
long time. That's a really old reference, Dave.
you don't know ookie cookie?
Yeah, no, I'm very
every
familiar,
every guy knows the
unfortunately.
concept of ookie cookie or what was it called? Something biscuit,
Something donut? Or wait, is that what glazed donut?
something like that.
Know.
I don't know. Anyway,
Do you know what we're
you
talking about?
I got no. I don't watch porn. Okay,
No,
unless it
I don't-
accidentally
this
hits
is
my
no-
Twitter
this
feed.
isn't
I'm
any
like,
porn
oh,
on
This
all
is
this-
more.
Because
This
there's
is
no
more like
limit. There's-
7th graders coming up with like gross things
All right.
to do.
I feel like we're like
Are we
old
explaining-
people be like, gather around the fire,
Are we
kids. We're gonna
explaining
tell
this to
you
the
the story of
listeners?
the cookie.
We're going to tell you about groups of young men jerking off in a circle on food,
Yeah, wait,
you guys
and the
did that?
loser has
No,
to
but
eat
it's-
it. No,
I
that's
didn't
just
do it.
it's like an urban legend.
Yes.
That,
No, people fucking.
I'm
did
sure
it.
people have done it.
But here's the question: it was a chicken before the egg situation, right? Like,
Right.
you can't tell if kids just came up with it
What,
by
they
the
ate
very
the
nature of it coming up with it. Yes, by the nature of it getting around to schools that it was happening. Then before you know it, someone's convinces that we should
Right.
do it,
Right.
and then it happens, but it never actually happened. It's
Right.
like one of those
It's life
weird-
imitates art.
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like the bucking bronco, which is one where it's like people are like, it was the one that when in school people were always talking about. Bucking bronco's when you're behind a girl, you grab her boobs, and then you say her sister's name, and then you try to hold on for as long as you can. That never happened. But I guarantee you, because it's been a joke for 20 years,
I've always
it's
heard,
happened.
Yeah, someone
you know?
jumps out of the closet with a camera, and then you see how long you can stay.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different at every every
regional.
location.
Yeah, it's regional.
Your school was a biscuit. My school was a cookie.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, it makes a lot of sense because nowadays kids are calling hot dogs glizzies. You know what I mean?
That's
I
right.
wonder where.
That's right.
But they don't. It's not a glizzy after all the kids come on it. Although that would probably
Yeah,
be
it would still
accurate. That would
probably
be
be
accurate.
glizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call that a Ghislaine.
Yeah. I like
See what
that.
I did there?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. Actually,
It's cool. You had some themes. You
There
married
was
some
something
themes there.
there.
They were talking about underage coming, right? I guess, kind of right.
I'll give you credit when you
Yeah.
deserve it. That was all right.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Better than oh, never mind. Never mind.
all those great,
Cuzzly.
Yeah.
all those great childhood dumb games. The things we all came up with. Oh God,
It's funny when you run
One-
into someone
yeah.
who's like well adjusted and you drop those and
Right.
they have never
Never
heard of any
heard
of
of
them. Yeah.
And you saw, and that story flops dead at the wedding. You know what I mean? Like you're sharing it, and then you just say that, and then someone's like, "No, man, I don't know what that is." Like,
Neil is
Man.
giving some
Well, this
regrettable
toast-
best
yeah.
man
Yeah.
speeches.
This
I can
Toast is
tell.
awkward.
yeah, really.
Well, you think this toast is awkward? No.
Well,
See that?
As a comedian, being like someone making a speech, like, do you feel like it's obligated to like put a twist in there? And it's like, oh man, she's a beautiful lady, and I fucked her, but it was.
I've only ever given one speech at a wedding since I've been doing stand-up comedy, and somebody working the event came up and was like, "Do you do public speaking?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a comedian." And she was like, "Yeah, I can tell. That was like one of the only tolerable speeches I've heard in a long time."
That happened
The
to me
compliments don't even matter though. People, like,
Yeah.
my-
Yeah, I'm like,
'cause I
okay.
did the one where like that was the best one. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of fucking had to be, didn't it?
Right,
'Cause
exactly.
I'm the only one that's in that circle. That's the comic.
That do it regularly and like semi-professionally. Yeah, like if I can't do this, then I
I know.
probably shouldn't be calling myself a stand-up.
And then like my friends that like don't give a shit about the comedy at all are like, wow, you were so good at knowing when to pause. I'm like, yeah, I fucking do this pretty regularly.
Yeah. I think that's also because people still to this day don't get that comedy is public speaking. They think it's just being funny. It's like, wow, you knew how to pause and how to like intonate. It's like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I
you
would-
need to do to talk to a group of people.
But if I had to give a serious presentation, I would fuck it up. I like
Really?
my tempo goes with the laughs or
Oh,
whatever.
right. Yeah, right.
So yeah, I can't. And then this circle here. You pieces of shit.
Oh, tough crowd.
Dave's trying to get a cry laugh, but after he doesn't get a cry, he's just like, all right, you guys didn't like that one. I was like, wait,
That's
what?
why, yeah.
yeah.
Since I've started, all my eulogies have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Start
I
going
would
in-
hire
just
you.
start going into your bits. Like, hey, Sharks, are you like me?
But have you had to do a wedding or anything like that? Have you done any jokes at a wedding? Have you had to speak at a
I
wedding?
did. I did it once for my friend Connie's wedding, and she asked me after she went to one of my shows. She was like, "Oh, you're funny, you're wonderful."
Okay.
I knew she was lying,
Wait,
but
were
like
you
she
giving
was,
a toast, or did she ask you to do your act?
No, she asked me
Okay.
to do like a 2-minute speech, and so I did, and you know, it went pretty good. I wasn't trying to make too many people laugh
Right.
story, and
Nice.
you know, it was like wow. Even like the people afterwards are shaking my hand, like, oh wow, that was great. You know what I mean? Like you really
Good.
set the tone in 2 minutes. These people had 10 minutes and they were ass. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
You're not supposed. The
Yeah.
wedding speech is supposed to be 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I did 10. I edited so much shit out on the fly too, and then like someone played the video back. It was 10 minutes.
I'm
You were
trying-
like, hey, no one gave me a light. So.
Yeah, you know how
I'm
it
trying to
goes.
light the mother of the bride. Like, hey.
It's cooking.
It's worse when I go to weddings and I'll be like, didn't ask me to do a speech. Like I could have gotten 3 fire minutes for these people.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? But no, I guess I'm just a +1 of somebody's distant friend.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do it again though.
Yeah, see, this is what I feel. Yeah, why don't you want to do it again? Just because
I lost,
chances of it
like-
going well.
Because I lost a lot of sleep. I went and tired as
Yeah.
shit because like I run through everything in my head.
Right.
Like this is all
Yeah.
new material.
Right. There's
So-
no, and you can't test it out on anybody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not gonna fucking go to an open
Another
mic and
wedding.
be like, "Hey, this piece of shit."
Pamela, you look lovely tonight. Yeah.
There's
Hey,
no
can I
women
pop
at
on?
an open mic.
I know. Hey, how you doing? Philistine wedding? Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Philistine wedding. Yeah, don't ask.
So you kept it tight too, though. You didn't run the clock.
No, it was I planned my stuff out. Like I wasn't trying to make people laugh as much as like tell her, you know what I
Be
mean?
heartfelt.
Like be heartfelt and get like the ooh ah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know, maybe they thought I was going to do a lot more jokes, but
So they were disappointed.
no, like she loved it. You know, I think I saw like some tears and stuff, but it was nice. You know.
That's what I got at my last show. I just said it was heartfelt.
Lots of
I
There's
thought
lots
the
of tears.
tears.
I just said it was heartfelt. I intended it to be funny, but
We paid this guy. God damn.
He had such a warm performance.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So warm and
very
loving.
very vulnerable.
Yeah,
That's
very
what I would
vulnerable,
say.
Very warm, very
Yeah.
loving.
Oh.
I know mine. I felt like mine sucked. It just didn't. It was an outside wedding. You haven't had to do anything outside when it's
you
like,
got to blame the acoustics.
yeah, 100%, guys. I don't feel like they could hear me. Yeah, no, it was just one of those things where it was
Fucking bird chirping.
yeah.
fucking with my
actual
timing.
crickets. Actual crickets. Yeah. Keeping it short is just. It was just one of those moments where you expect like a speech from the best man. That wasn't happening. It was like an outdoor wedding. It was like family run. So they're just like, Neil's gonna say something. You guys got to gather up. Like
Oh, God.
they gotta run around the party and like, come on guys, get together. I'm like, nah, you don't have to.
No.
Yeah,
As soon as the crowd is being like marshaled together to hear you, that's what's like. No. On
It
second thought, let's
sucked.
not do this. Yeah.
But you
It
were lucky.
sucked.
So you weren't a maid of honor. You just had a speech.
Yeah, you just had a speech.
Exactly.
Which is
yeah.
nice.
that I would
That's
take
good.
that. I don't want to ever fucking plan a bachelor party
Right.
again.
It's all the other bullshit that I wouldn't want to do.
You gotta email 20 people and get a firm commitment. Maybe. Like, oh, well, these fucking place doesn't deal in maybes.
Yeah, right.
These titties is these titties expecting eyes.
Yeah, you can't lap dance maybe.
Yeah. It's
No,
not
that
gonna
was
happen.
the easy one.
I know.
Yeah, right.
I know. We were making.
Until they brought out the Groper's Bible.
That's right. I didn't realize this was a religious
Yeah,
establishment.
sorry, I'm religiously required to. Yeah.
Both you and myself.
This book out. Yeah, your sign. Your sign is overruled.
Is this one fake?
Each strip club has one in the back, but they have to have,
Well,
they
wait,
have to have
if
the
there's
temps
one-
watch it. They have
If
to
there's
watch
only
the
one
video.
fake one, there's a tragic backstory.
yeah.
I've only ever been to one strip club, and it was like it's sad. It was like during the daytime.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, Lord.
I think even the most
Yeah.
prestigious ones are sad during the daytime.
100%. Yeah. By the
No.
light of day, strip clubs are usually very sad places.
Well, no, it was bad because like they had tassels on, and like one titty was up here, the other one was down there, and they're shaking it, and I didn't know if one was coming and one was going. It was like,
There's a place in LA called Jumbo's Clown Room. I hope it survived the
LA reference.
apocalypse. Hell yeah, there we go. But this place,
Woof.
I'll reference
Cut
it
it close.
importantly because it's close. We almost went an episode without me mentioning it. There's a place called Jumbo's Clown Room, and yeah, there you go. You can look it up. Good, it's still open. Great. And I had a friend who would go there for lunch once a week because they had great steaks, and they really did. And it was just a clown-themed strip club, and it was the only one that I felt was probably better during the day.
Now,
Wow.
what shape were their pubes in?
Brown, golden brown,
Golden
golden brown, curly.
Wait,
I
so
believe.
by clown theme, do you mean the girls were up there in like white
in grease
face
paint,
Oh
in
my!
grease paint
Oh
with
Yes.
like nipple tassels, or like they were a go-go bar, so it wasn't full strip. But
yeah.
they went down to like nipple tassels and thongs, and everything was clown themed. They had the wigs on. They would have like you had the pictures, but they had like pigtails. They were clowns.
please
But
tell
they
me
were
they
strippers.
hung.
It's
Please tell me.
You know how creative you have to be to strip to every
Yeah.
so creative.
I didn't know that was a big enough fetish. Like,
I'm not sure
if you're
that
gonna get if you're gonna get that specific about your fucking thing.
That's
I
true.
didn't think clowns was a big.
I did
niche
work
or
with a guy.
whatever.
I did work with a guy once in an office who was very open that was his thing, and that he was attracted to clowns. I thought that was very cool. But yeah, Jumbos. I
I know
don't think
jumbo is a thing. I'd go for a jumbo theme before a clown theme.
Right.
But Jumbo's Clown Room, if you can get to LA, I guess it's still open. It would survive. It'll survive anything. It survived the pandemic. It'll survive the apocalypse. Jumbo's Clown Room. Highly recommend it for a platonic clown-based go-go dancing experience.
And again, the stakes, as you said, are amazing.
Stakes are incredible.
The stakes have never been higher.
Stay for those clown titties.
I mean, imagine if it's like a guy who just loves titties but is also scared of clowns. Like, would that be the way to
Does
get
it
him over
cancel
fear
out?
of
It would
clowns?
Be,
Like,
yeah, right. It'd be like immersion therapy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The ultimate fear boner. Which is also might be the title of this episode, The Ultimate Fear Boner.
I think
blows
we've
up.
had to veto against boner themed.
Oh, that's right, because we've been the fucking algorithm.
Yeah.
Hey,
Boner's
y'all.
such a great word. Oh, it's news time.
It's news time.
Play our
We're
little
doing
ditty.
it.
We're talking news. We're talking news. Talking news. We're here to shoot the shit and talk the news. Okay. Hey, we're back.
Hey, did you want to set the ground rules for the listeners?
Yes.
You
Oh,
seem
yeah.
to do
Sure.
that.
Why not? As many of you know, hi, Mom. We do not consult each other on the news jokes we are about to read. However, if we do write a joke about the same news story, we will be having a joke off. And when we do have a joke off, Epolight, you will be our judge. You will pick your favorite, and I will brag that I am now beating Dave by 2 when that happens. So,
Oh,
that's right. I'm actually not confident about these jokes, so I'm going to project an extreme confidence. Would you like to go first?
sure. Sports Illustrated Swim's newest model, Padma Lakshmi, reveals how she stays fit at 52. And that reveal goes right alongside the announcement of her next cooking reality show where she judges the food based on how it tastes coming back up.
Yeah, I like that.
Would, though.
Yeah. Well, she dated
Salman
Rushdie,
Yeah.
so she's okay with things that look like half-chewed food.
Damn it.
Thank you. That was a riff. Hot riff.
God
Right
damn.
there.
Now I got to bring it on your shit.
It's okay. I might need it with some of these. All right. Donald Trump has been found guilty of sexual abuse by a jury and forced to pay his victim $5 million. Donald Trump remained unfazed, saying he's prepared for this moment for years by putting $1 in a jar every time he commits a sex crime.
I like it. That's good. That was today, too. Yeah.
Yes.
Good, yeah.
I copied it. I was like,
That's what happens when you don't do any work for 6 days and have to do it the afternoon before the podcast.
All right, well, I'll go with my Trump.
I got all these IOUs from all these touchy-touchies. It's right next to my handbook.
Yeah. Oh, it used to be just Donald Trump rapes, and that was the end of the joke. So.
Go with my lame Donald Trump joke then. Donald Trump kicks NBC reporter off plane, slams network as fake news. Plus, he figured if they had no news to report, then they'd instead be forced to air reruns of The Apprentice.
And he fumbles at the fucking goal line.
Yeah.
I was
Deshaun
okay with it,
Jackson
knowing
right
that wasn't going to make the cut.
It's not being it.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Sad clown.
Going back to Jumbos.
Clown titties.
Take me to Jumbos, please.
God, something about that. Stop saying it. Stop talking about it. Stop saying it. I am
we're
now
going.
picturing so much more
Yeah,
awful
we are
things.
going. One of
Just
these
clown
days-
music and men jerking off. I just don't want to. Okay,
Yeah.
keep
Next
going.
time, if you ever go
Sorry.
out to LA, I'll be like, yo, I'll vouch for you. I'll get you a room, and I'm going to send you right to Jumbos.
That's where we should do our live podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah. Great steaks.
Jesus Christ.
Police say the Texas Mall mass shooter was wearing patches that said right-wing death squad, which confused investigators as the only death squad supporting the Republican Party are the millions of baby boomers currently clinging to life.
Okay, nice.
Right on.
Yeah.
Illinois school backtracks after segregating math classes for black Latinx students. It wasn't so much the backlash they received that made them walk it back, but the fact that none of the teachers they interviewed had that Michelle Pfeiffer quality they were looking for.
Yeah. Latinx. Interesting. Oh, you just read the it's presented.
I would never fucking say that word without a puppeteer pulling
I was going to say, I was very surprised to hear that.
Jesse Pedraza likes to say Latinx sometimes.
Oh,
just for
okay.
funsies.
That's fun.
I actually was convinced that's how it was pronounced for a while.
That's one of the strippers at the Jumbo Room.
Yeah, Latinx.
For a fetish within a fetish.
Yeah, you could actually grope her nose.
Yes.
Yeah. Ted Cruz receives torrent of criticism following a tweet offering condolences to slain Texas shooting victims. Senator Cruz defended himself by saying, "I have always opposed gun violence. Every single one of my murders has been done with an ice pick."
AI is now being worked into the WWE Superstar introduction videos. They said that this is going to be a groundbreaking moment for the sport, as this will be the first time ever that pro wrestling has been associated with any kind of intelligence.
Nice.
How fucking dare you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a...
I warned you.
I was scared to laugh at that. I didn't know what Dan was going to cancel me for.
Yeah, well, I'm canceling people here. No, we had Otis Timlin. That was our last guest on the podcast. So trust me, we're getting canceled, if anything. Disgruntled residents of Worcester, Massachusetts attack local Popeyes, damaging restaurant. Police say mental illness was behind the attack, as only crazy motherfuckers would even try to take on the staff of a Popeyes. They're
feel like
scary.
that's more like a Waffle House.
Waffle House also, if Waffle House and Popeyes went to like street war, like a gang war, there'd be no survivors.
All I remember is that bitch handling that chair like a fucking champ. Financier buys Jeffrey Epstein's private islands with plans to create a resort. They plan to show that the island isn't the same as before and plan to make amends for what had happened, although that might backfire and bring back a lot of old clientele when they introduce the free kids buffet.
Oh, shit.
I had 2 pedophile jokes to choose between.
That was the tame pedophile
That was the
joke.
tame one. Yeah, I figured the other one.
When we
got
stop
too
rolling, you're going to tell me
descriptive.
the
The buffet gonna taste different from all that child butt?
Oh,
Is it gonna?
just the ookie cookies.
Yes, of course.
Urologists to perform world's first bladder transplant. What will doctors then do with the old, broken, used-up piss bag? Typically, they end up doing podcasts about stand-up comedy.
There you go. Where were we? Oh yeah, Boston fans. Oh wait, let's start over.
Where were we?
Red Sox fans snub Bud Light at Fenway Park in viral video. Bostonians are so disgusted by Bud Light's hiring of a trans woman that they've forgotten that Big Green Monster is also a good descriptor for the women that most of them will go home to. When I was watching the Sixers away games, just like these are the Boston chicks with courtside seats. I was like, these are the ugliest fucking fans I've ever seen. And like, I'm guessing they only get uglier the higher the seats
the
go up,
nosebleed
'cause they
section.
usually try to put the pretty people courtside.
Of course, right.
It's like, Jesus.
This was what you had?
This is brutal. Yeah, ended in game 6, so we don't have to go back to this.
Please, for the love of television.
Well, you had Jack Nicholson spill chili all over the court at the Lakers game.
Yeah.
I would fuck him before some of those Boston women.
Some of those women could be described as spilled chili. Homeless man Jordan Neely dies on New York subway after rider puts him in minutes-long chokehold. Passengers were shocked, saying if anyone has to die for being a distraction on the subway, why couldn't it have been one of those improv teams?
I get angry by proxy watching those people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the kids that do like the acrobatic shit on the bars, which I witnessed the last time I was in New York. No, thank you. I would just rather not.
Definitely.
Just choke out a homeless person instead.
Well, I'd rather have the homeless guy who checked his temperature rectally on the back go than those people.
Yeah.
I was going to a
As
doctor's
long as he doesn't do it on the
I needed to get to the doctors. I was in
You need
crisis.
an accurate temperature.
I was in
As long as you don't do it on the quiet car.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I just
in the
wish you
quiet.
wouldn't be doing it right now, Neil.
Oh, Dave, I wasn't quiet. I was not on the
That's
quiet.
why I said it.
I know.
As long as you're not on the quiet car,
I shouted in that.
I won't say a thing.
Ooh. That's what I sound like. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay. Don't let it happen again.
Got it.
2 states launched an investigation of the NFL over gender discrimination and harassment. This has led to a bevy of questions, such as, what can be done to prevent this in the future? And, has every team in the league been relocated to New York or California? Saying that's a low number of states
Yeah.
to check the NFL for that.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't like LA have like 3 teams or something now? Like
2, but yeah, there's
2,
the San
yeah.
Fran, there's no Oakland anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just the 3 teams.
It's just the 3, Clippers, Lakers.
NFL.
Oh, NFL.
no, they got the Chargers.
Chargers,
Well, that's
Rams,
to LA, yeah.
and the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, and then now the Raiders are in Vegas. So, yeah, 3.
Where women are treated great.
10-year-old children found working at a McDonald's until 2 a.m., marking the first time the Hamburglar has ever stolen someone's innocence.
God, good for you. I was
Thank
looking
you.
at that one, and I couldn't. I just couldn't.
It was
have
tough,
anything
right?
click. High school dance team perfectly recreates Rihanna's Super Bowl performance. The hardest thing for them was getting the prom moved to December so that they too could do the entire performance while in the second trimester.
I like that.
Thank you.
Woman survives on nothing but wine for 5 days while stranded in the Australian wilderness. Meaning a woman will cope with wandering a desolate Mad Max wasteland the same exact way she copes with being broken up with by a drummer.
Very descriptive.
Thank you.
All right. Attorneys for Menendez brothers claim new evidence could overturn life sentences. And if set free after spending so much time in prison, men do have certain needs that are going to have to be met, meaning daughters, lock up your mothers.
Oh, hot Menendez brothers joke. Did not think I'd be hearing that tonight. That's great.
I know. They're still they're a 90s story, but they're still the pinnacle parents killers
Agreed.
out there. Yeah.
You haven't done any better than them. Yeah. Woman arrested for throwing wine at Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz, which means women will cope with a fascist trying to rob them of their body rights the exact same way she copes with being broken up with by a drummer.
Twofer.
That's right.
All right. Unsold Yeezys collect dust as Adidas lags on a plan to repurpose them. They want to release some form of shoe that will double as damage control, but they can't seem to get people getting...
Walk it back.
Yep. Unsold Yeezys collect dust as Adidas lags on a plan to repurpose them. They want to release some form of shoe that will double as damage control, but they just can't see people getting into their all day I dream about Semitism line.
Okay, it was
All right,
worth
I'm
it was
glad I
worth
walked
the
it back.
backtrack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I'm glad you went back. Hilton hotel manager arrested for waking up guest by sucking on his toes. The hotel has defended itself by claiming this is all part of the new hands-on advertising campaign. This little piggy slept at Hilton.
Like, do you have to pay extra for that service? A wake-up call? Like,
Yeah, it's the late checkout.
Can I get a toe down service?
At least they weren't tucked in too tightly.
Yeah, right. I've heard of continental breakfast.
That's another one from today, though. Yeah.
That's right.
The turn down service just leaves. You're like, this turn down service leaves the open at the end. Like, you're just like, we like to make sure that your toes stick out. It's for your wake up.
The only hotel with that.
Yeah. Very interesting. Who's up, Davey? Dave?
Got the
I'm ready when you are, baby. I'm ready. Go ahead, hit it.
Saudi Arabia says LGBTQ visitors are now welcome. Although they aren't doing a great job of making these groups forget about the horrible treatment in the past with their new tourism slogan, Saudi Arabia rocks. little slow burn on that one.
I like it.
I'm planning my trip now.
Woman charged with faking her own abduction to hide the fact that she dropped out of college. Her family began to suspect something when her diploma arrived, made entirely out of cut-up magazine letters.
Love it. LeBron James' son commits to playing basketball at USC. His plan is to go for the bare minimum of college basketball before he can go to the NBA, which means he'll be playing there for not 2, not 3, not 4.
Oh, yeah. All right, that was a slow burn for me. That was good. Robert De Niro welcomes his 7th baby at age 79. Yeah, he says he looks forward to one day seeing his new baby play catch. The nurse in the hospital hallway because dad is flatlining.
Horse death toll at Churchill Downs up to 7, sparking more controversy at Kentucky Derby. They're trying to get answers from the owners about what's been happening to these horses, but their lips are glued.
That's the one I stared at for like 30 minutes and I couldn't come up with something. It's a good one. You did good.
Thanks.
Where's my... Okay. Hundreds of pounds of cooked pasta mysteriously dumped in the New Jersey woods, which can mean only one thing. The Jersey Devil has been replaced with an even more Italian supernatural creature, the Gabagool.
Nice. Well done. That's another one I stared at.
Yeah.
They're like, but they took the cannoli. That's all. You would
Oh,
have
yeah.
won that one. You would have won that one.
It's
Yeah.
like a Baba Yaga ran into like a just an old woman
Gabagool.
now.
Hey, he's just like a zombie in a tracksuit, you know?
Yeah, it's,
Yo, this guy.
Hey, yo, my pasta, my wood pasta.
You're right. You were way cleaner than last week.
Yeah, I didn't
No-
try to be, but it
No
just
fucking
Otis.
accusations of Nazism this week.
really, yeah. It's a little quiet on the Western
I'll make up for it next week. Happy Days star Scott Baio announces he's leaving California due to homeless crisis and crime. He said he wants to live somewhere that takes better care of their homeless, as he has to start thinking about his future too.
How many more do you have? One
I
more?
have one more.
One more? Okay, I have two more.
And it's a goodie.
Okay.
Nice.
Maybe. Lawmakers in Japan ban upskirting pictures in stronger sex crime laws. Japanese authorities said a camera is not meant to go up a woman's skirt. That's what weird slimy tentacles are for.
All right, and my last one. Tom Cruise dubs King Charles his wingman during coronation cameo. Although some would be quick to point out that perhaps he picked the wrong royal family member for this, as Princess Diana was more the one known for being on the highway to the danger zone.
I'm glad you did coronation because, again, I couldn't think of anything funny for it.
There is nothing funny about that. Stop celebrating these people.
That's right. I agree. And then my last one. Illegal drugstore selling heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamine opens in Vancouver to provide a safe supply to addicts, which is great news for the Weekday Comics podcast as we have our first official sponsor, Jerry Martin's Drugstore in Vancouver, Canada. Get there soon to get all of your MDMA before Jerry Martin is shot and killed by any number of unhinged street people.
Goodness.
That was a mouthful.
It was a goofy one. It was a goofy one. We like playing characters here.
Doing voices.
That's right.
It's not dignified, but it pays the bills.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, boy. You're making Dave uncomfortable, and I support that.
I was just thinking about what I'm watching when I go home.
Jumbo's Clown Room videos. We all know what you're watching when you go home, Dave.
I've never watched clown porn.
It exists. The guy
I
that...
know it every fucking...
Yeah.
But does it grow like they're making like a balloon animal? Like,
Oh, that would be great.
It's annoying the bits they do.
That would be great.
I mean, yeah, it would be...
wait, for real?
It's not a flower spraying you.
If it's just two clowns having regular sex, that's not committed to the bit.
Although I got to be
You
honest,
gotta
like
add the
that's
balloons
almost...
and the honky noses.
Yeah.
I-
Although two clowns coming, like, or like 8 clowns pouring out of a car and then just having regular vanilla sex is kind of funny.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
I gotta be honest. Like I saw a clown. I thought he was really attractive, and I'm looking like, oh my god, look at the size 28 feet on them.
Yeah.
And he takes them off, and I'm like, I feel like I've been cheated. This is like a bait and switch here.
That's right. Yeah.
I participated in mime porn before, though.
It really?
Participate.
No, she just didn't. No. According to her reaction, but
Yeah. Mime porn, there is an invisible grope bubble.
I'm sorry, was that it?
Okay.
So, what shows do you got coming up?
I have a Pride event in Trenton. It's an art an art festival in Trenton. I have one.
Where and when is that?
That is on the 20th next month.
Okay, yeah.
And that's
May isn't that fucking month.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I got Helium on Saturday, and then right after that, I got to go right to Chester for another show at a I don't know. They're having a buffet and comedy, $35 a ticket.
Oh shit.
That
When is the helium? What's the time on
4.
that? 4?
and
Okay.
then-
You can go to your Instagram, right, to get all the dates and details?
Yeah,
All right,
definitely,
that's up
yeah.
on the screen. It's Epolight. You want to spell it for him? You want to do the whole breakdown for him?
Yes, I go by Epolight, EPOLIGHT. On Instagram, it's _ Lavalle, LAVALLE.
Boom.
Which apparently means sucks in French. So,
Oh, there you go. Already off to a good start there with the name.
Intentional.
Yeah. Dave, what do you got coming up?
Let's see. We got our fucking winery show coming up, right?
Yep. May 18th.
Yeah. I'm gonna be at the that Soul Joel's late night shit.
Yep.
Next, we're doing our live podcast.
We're on the
What's
20.
that?
That's
That's
like
fucking forever
July
from now.
27th.
Yeah, I just
Don't
want
even worry
people to
about
get.
that.
I want people to start getting fucking hyped.
Okay. Yes, there is a big announcement. We are going to be doing a live, and by live I mean pre-recorded, but in a room full of people podcast, where
Yeah.
Dave and I will be doing it just in front of a live audience because that's what you have all demanded.
We're
so we're
finally
giving it
getting
to
Neil
you.
to edit an episode.
Yeah, we're
Finally
making him
pull his
earn his
weight a
money's
little
worth.
bit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say a racial slur every. I'm gonna randomly
I
paste
know.
it so that you. Yeah, I have to make sure you're paying attention.
Yeah, it's such a pain. I know how you record.
Yeah.
I'm familiar. I know, yeah, I know.
But we'll be using better cameras, hopefully, than Neil usually provides us.
Of course.
Yes. Hopefully.
Although us in HD might
that
scare
might be.
people
Yeah,
away.
that might be. We might.
Yeah, we need
be-
more pores and everything on you guys. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think
we
low
need
def is better.
substandard definition.
Low
yeah.
def is much better for us.
Danny D, what you got coming up?
I am looking it up now because I'm such a bad
we'll do
person.
mine.
Neil,
and
cut
then
in.
you can-
I'm
yeah.
no wait.
No?
I am going.
Okay.
Oh no, I already did that. The Autumn Lake Winery show. Anyway, I did the Autumn Lake Winery show.
It does
Don't
need
worry,
to be
I'm doing
talked
a
about
great
how
show
fucking hard we killed that
with
shit.
the hilarious Sarah Cartwright. It is somewhere, and you can check my Instagram. Once I remember where that is, I've been staring at that flyer all day, but I don't remember because I have ADHD. So see me at my
He was
Insta.
just jerking it to his headshot.
I got it up on the screen. Danny Debriel on
There we go.
Instagram, people.
Find me, baby.
Also, like, is that the show with the Yoder show that we'll be at?
No, the Yoder show that we're going to be doing is the podcast. So Epolight was actually
nice.
going to be, there's going to be a comedy show prior to our podcast recording in July. And you're on that show. So that'll be
There you
fun.
go.
Yeah, nice.
But that's so long
Yeah,
ago
but it-
or so long
you
from
fucking
now.
get the hype train rolling.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
Build
got some
up
people.
momentum.
Try to, yeah, why not?
Although, yeah,
Get those
lately
tickets.
trains haven't been reaching their destination lately, but still.
Yeah, and we're pretty much experts on
Yeah.
things derailing. So.
And we're toxic.
Yeah. Neil, what do you got coming up?
I'm neilwood.com. Go there for all my dates and details. I'll be at Nightcap this Thursday, so you can come out to Helium for that. We've got Myers on Friday. That would be May the 12th. So come on over that every 2nd and 4th, and there's a couple of shows in there. Go to drop10.com for all the dates and details for shows we have coming up. Thanks.
All right.
Okay, that was
we'll
the show.
see you next week. We might have a Zoom guest next week.
Yes, I think we will.
Wonderful.
We'll have a new form of awkward communication.
Yes, it's going to be
But
interesting.
yeah, I have to confirm with him, but we should have Jad S. Very interesting guy.
Very, very veteran, very, very funny comedian.
I
Great guy.
love him. He's
Yeah. Thank you, Epolight. This
Yeah,
was
thanks
great.
for being on.
Of
Yeah.
course.
All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics.
Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. We fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop Tent Media Production.